Welcome back everyone. This is our looking at the charts report. Today's 4 charts will be about EURUSD, GBPUSD, AUDUSD and USDJPY. Starting first with EURUSD for our chart. In the past days, the currency pair constantly tested the R1 122.20 resistance level and even surpassed it, though did not manage to clearly break through it. So in our view, the level is significant and remains in the market's focus as a challenge. If the price action does eventually break above the R1, then traders could be looking higher to the R2 122.70 resistance or even the R3 123.10 line, which were both last tested back in January. However, in case the currency pair is undertaken by a move to the downside, then the S1 121.55 support could be the first stop for the bears, and in the scenario of an extended selling run, then the S2 121.15 can also be tested. Yet, we would also like to make reference to our S3 120.60 support that has shown significant strength when it was tested between the 12th and the 13th of May, as it did not give up. Overall, the pair has been in an upward movement during May, but has also been prone to corrections and subsequent elevations. Traders should be aware that the Eurozone and the largest economies of the bloc, like Germany and France, will be releasing their preliminary PMIs for May on Friday the 21st. Thus, caution is advised. Moving now to GBPUSD for our chart. Cable is also on the rise in May and has managed to reach new monthly highs in the past days. At the moment, cable is trading between our R1 140.145 resistance and our S1 140.85 support. In the last days, the currency pair was able to break above the R1 and even surpass the R2 141.80 resistance, highlighting the upward momentum in the current month. Yet the bulls were not able to test the R3 142.40 line, thus we think of it as a challenge in case the upward trend is to continue. Nevertheless, with the latest strengthening of the US dollar, the currency pair was forced to the downside. If the trend remains intact, then the S1 140.85 support, which showed its relevance from the 14th to the 17th of May, could be attempted. Lower than that, we have noted the S2 140.45 support that was tested from the 13th to the 14th of May. During this time, the S3 140.05 line was also briefly reached, but not challenged. As for economic releases, GBP traders should be aware of the UK retail sales figure for April and the preliminary services PMI reading for May, both to be released on Friday the 21st. Moving now to AUDUSD for our chart. For the Aussie, most of the price action in May has been sideways, mostly between our R3 0.7820 resistance and the S2 0.7695 support. However, with the latest price action bouncing off the S1 0.7720 support and heading higher, we could assume the R1 0.7770 line could become a target for the bulls. Even higher lies the R2 0.7795 resistance, which came into play from the 18th to the 19th of May. In the opposite direction, if the Aussie is to relent ground, then beneath the pre-mentioned S1 is the S2 0.7695 line that has been attempted many times to the downside in May, but has not been clearly breached, and in our opinion is the strongest of supports for the currency pair at the moment. Yet, as an even lower support, we note the S3 0.7665 line. The Australian employment data for April released today sent out some mixed signals, as the employment change figure dropped while the unemployment rate improved, moving lower. We expect Aussie traders to keep an eye out tomorrow for the release of Australia's preliminary PMIs for May. Moving to our final chart, please note this is USDJPY for our chart. Now, USDJPY has been in a tight sideways run between the R1 109.30 resistance and the S1 108.80 support since the 17th of May. USDJPY has been moving in an even wider sideways movement in May between the R3 109.70 line and the S3 108.35 level. This price range seems to be dominated for May. Thus, these could be make or break levels in the near future. If an upward momentum comes into play, then the currency pair could move and surpass the R1, reaching or testing the R2 109.50 line. Equally, in the opposite direction, a move lower could send the pair to the S1, and with further persistence we could see the S2 108.80 support coming into play, as it was briefly tested on the 19th of May. However, with the RSI indicator currently running nearby 44, we could say some ambiguity is present among traders. Traders should bear in mind the Japanese inflation data for April and the preliminary manufacturing PMI for May to be released on the 21st of May. As a final note, keeping in mind that all the pre-mentioned currency pairs are also driven by the fundamentals of the US dollar, the greenback gained on Thursday after the release of the FOMC meeting minutes showed that the possibility of the bank tapering its QE program may be nearer than the market expects. Furthermore, traders should be aware that the US preliminary PMI readings for May and the US existing home sales for April will be released on May the 21st, which is a very interesting day for the Forex market in general, and caution is advised as volatility may increase. That's the end of this report. We hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you liked this video, please feel free to share and subscribe. Once again, we would like to remind you of our live webinars that aim at increasing traders' awareness on various subjects, providing fundamental and technical analysis. Our followers are welcome to participate. We would like to thank you for your time and focus, and until the very next time, enjoy solid trading.